Today, we had an awesome conversation among owners, really a great reflection. I want to give a special shout out to an old friend, Keith Wakeman, with a company called Super Better. It's a company helping youth develop mental resiliency. And it reminded me of conversations. It's kind of been a theme this week, actually, about game theory and what it means to overcome obstacles and recognize the adventures. And I'm a I'm a big fan of the hero's journey and helping people get things done in the shorter term without losing track of the longer term. And the conversation in particular today was about the context of these adventures, and thinking of adventures rather than these big overwhelming obstacles, sort of like short chapters in a book. And Keith is someone who reminded me a couple of years ago just how important it is to get back into that conversation about those shorter term adventures and those immediate actions that you can take. And Super Better is a wonderful example of how to put that into action with people, with a community of hundreds of thousands of people who have helped each other to develop mental resiliency. The lesson and really the takeaway with the owner's conversation today was recognizing when you see an obstacle, it isn't always about necessarily crushing it or worrying about eliminating it, as much as it is maybe navigating a path around it. And the reason is because sometimes we get so obsessed with these distractions and things that are getting in the way that we kind of forget there's probably more than one answer. And we think about the answer as, I've just got to crush this thing, I've got to eliminate it, whatever market condition it is, or sort of change in the competition, whatever, or maybe it's something that you've noticed in terms of your customer experience. The real important takeaway in the conversation was, don't worry about the answer. Think of an answer. Try something, and think of it as a chapter. As a chapter, we're going to try an answer today. Make a decision, make a commitment, do something about it in the next 30 days, and then learn from it. What happened? Did it work? Did it not work? What did we learn from it because of what we did? And sometimes when you do that, you find one of my favorite expressions from Super Better is a power up. And the power up is that way where you recognize that you tried something, you embarked on the adventure. You said, I'm going to make a decision today, I'm going to do something about it. And that's the power up, because you're making some progress. And doing something is always better than doing nothing when you're trying to make progress forward, even if it isn't a perfect choice, because perfection is kind of hard anyway. But just a special reflection for a good friend, Keith, and recognizing what that gaming perspective, not necessarily fun and games, but recognition that this is a lot of small moves along the way. And when you think of it as those adventures, like my friend Keith, who was introduced to me several years ago by a mutual friend, you find some allies along the way you didn't expect. So being open to it, making a decision, making a commitment, make a decision, make some progress, and be open to the serendipity of that ally who might show up, like my friend Keith did a few years ago. So thanks, Keith. Continue the adventures. Don't wait to make a decision, and be ready for that power up to get on with the next adventure. Thanks. Talk to you soon.